Welcome back, Tarot fam, Lenormand fam, new fam, everybody that's here. This is part 2 of our Catherine, Princess of Wales, Lenormand reading. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you missed part 1, it's a little kind of a brush up of everything that we do in Lenormand. You can skip on back to that and go check it out. But for today, or for this one, for not today, I'm going to try and load these up as quickly as possible because I know you guys are ravenously hungry for more Lenormand. We're going to go through the 4 corners and we're going to do the center cross in the grand tableau. So again, I want to shout out my girl Yesenia, who is Refined Design on Instagram. She actually custom made this board for me and I love it. And I should have been using it on my channel ages ago. But I do have a Lenormand digital course that's available now. So I figured this is a great time for you guys to see it. And I finally got the camera to cooperate. So let's pull up the card view and thank you so much for being here. And here we go. There's our card view and our Lenormand Grand Tableau board from Refined Design. So let's start with our 4 corners. When we're looking at the center issue, the cross in the middle, or the 4 corners, I vary which ones we look at first. It doesn't make a difference to me. And I do want to say we're using the Bluebird Lenormand. I'll have a link in the description for this deck if you like this one. I actually am very fond of this one because it has the cute little rhymes on them that help you remember the cards, and it also has a very, very large view of the playing card that corresponds to the Lenormand card. So really super helpful to have that on there because there are some correlations with the Joseph Magi method, tarot cards, that sort of thing. Not all, but some correlations with tarot. So let's start with our 4 corners. We have over here in the rider section, the clouds. We have in the bouquet, coffin. We have on the cross, book. And we have on the man, the key. Okay. So remembering that on the Lenormand board, are spaces, which are numbered from 1 to 36 in order of the cards. They are what we call the houses. So we are going to let the house take the dominant position, and then the card that's on top of it is going to clarify, flavor, color that house for the individual that we're reading for. So the rider, let's start there. The rider is messages. This can also be the cavalier. You can see here is the cavalier card. So it can be the cavalier, and this is news and things that are coming, messages, people rushing up to us and giving us something. What would that be if we have the clouds? Clouds in this deck, the dark is to the left and the light is to the right. So we are walking away, moving through the dark clouds into the lighter ones. So we're going from dark to light. This is excellent. I think Catherine is getting news about her health. I think she's getting news about some other individuals in the family, and we are moving back into prominence and into the light. So if I were doing a strictly health reading, I would say that this is a conversation with a doctor. A doctor has said we can start to go back to work. Take some rest for the remainder of the summer, hopefully at Balmoral. They're enjoying themselves up there. Royal family does go to Balmoral at the end of the summer. For some reason, I feel like they're going on August 12th, but it's neither here nor there. They will be going up there. And it is one of the places that they are very, very restricted from seeing other people. It's just staff and those that are invited there. So I think this is an excellent sign for what's going on with her. Now, the bouquet, we have the bouquet, the happiness, everything that's coming. So we have the coffin on top of that. And the rhyme that's on our coffin card here Just wait for it to focus. I'm getting a better camera soon. Illness is known, sickness is near. Fate has its own ending to fear. You lose your money, all's hopeless to you. What is the saddest? Your courage fails too. The bouquet has that coffin there. So the bouquet, because that is the house we're looking at, this is overshadowed by the house. So sickness is failing. Sickness is going away, and there's a happiness. There's an ending to the sickness, an ending to the bad times, the bad year that she's had. And to be sure, it's been about a year since she had that diagnosis. So we have down here 28, the man. Now, this would be also the sitter. We do look at the sitter for this. And if the sitter were a man, we would talk about this. But in our case, this is the dominant man in her life. And we have the key here. Inspiration locks the door. Solutions are the key to success and more. Miracles and insight are easy to trace once the final piece rumbles into place. So there we have our lovely key card, and I can't hold it up because I will block my mic. So the man has been an integral source of help, solution, taking on more of the work, taking on more of what needs to be done. The cross, when we come over here, this is our pain and burdens. And what do we get? We have the book on top. The book is data. That is our information. I always want you to think about the book as being test results, things like that. So we get the pain, the test results come in. Our pages are opening and they're to the right. I think we get more test results and more good news, even though this is a negative house. We do get more good news. The cross is also this particular space does talk about our mood, and our mood improves with the book, with the data. It improves. So I think that that's a good thing. I think if we have a doctor here giving good news, we potentially have a doctor here who is giving even more news, giving us solutions. We have sickness that's being overshadowed or lit up by the happiness of this bouquet. And then we have the pain, the burdens, the misfortune, the sickness that is being transformed by data. This sounds really, really good to me, just my opinion. So, right down the middle, let's talk about what's the center of our world. What is the center of her world? It's card number 13, the child, and it's on the fox. And I get very Jackie Kennedy Onassis vibes from this. She had said at one point, if you bungle your children, you really bungled everything else as a mother. And I do think that Catherine finds her career not so much in the management of investitures or um, charities that she is taking care of and anything like that. I think her career is really with her children. There is nary a moment that she neglects the children for a charity that she would be involved in or that she would be handling. And that extends to other children in the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. She will be the mother of all. I know Princess Diana, her late mother-in-law, was very, very interested in children's charities. I think, Catherine does have not Well Child. I can't remember the name of that particular charity that she handles, but it does work with 1 to 5-year-olds and developing them into more rounded people, more well-rounded people, setting a good pace for them at a young age. And I think that that's wonderful. And I think she's really, that's her wheelhouse. That really is her wheelhouse. She's not going to jump over and try and sell cosmetics or something else like that, suits for women that are going back to work or something. I'm throwing shade right now. But this is really where she is going to focus. I think this is going to make her work very pleasant, very happy. And I think if we are talking about going back to work in one of those foundationals, this is what we're trying to work out where we're going to be. The Cavalier here is on top of the child. This is going to be messaging about her care for children. Over here, we have the Star, which in this case, it's on the money house, but let's not think about the bear exclusively as money. The bear and fish, we think about them as money. The bear is stable money. It is, historic money, legacy family, that kind of thing. And down here, the fish is a bit more transient. It's money that comes and goes. So with the bear, having the Star on top of the bear, this is doubling down on the legacy. This is infusing these charities that she will get involved with attention that will bring more money, that will bring more focus onto those particular charities that she's going to help. So what's very nice is we also have the tree here with the tree on top. This is a health spot, but it is also family and legacy and growth, making sure that we have roots firmly planted. Having the tree on the tree is super, super beneficial to us. Now, I don't think that we'll get a remission declaration anytime soon. I think they'll be very cautious about putting that out, and I think that will be very well timed. I think, not to be a jerk, but I do think they're going to use it as part of a PR strategy. They will know that she's in remission well before they make an announcement that she's in remission. The PR strategy of it being that they want to make sure that she is extraordinarily back to normal before they make a declaration of that. And I do think that there's going to be a daily regimen or something like that for some time. I think they're going to have something continue with her treatment for some time. So I think until that stops, they are not going to continue. Now, the mice, the stress of her life, the depletion, the destruction, the bad things in her life are things in the past. Things that have been in the past. Now, our ship is pointing in the other direction on this card. It's very important why we want to focus on the direction that we're pointing, because the things that are irking her, the things that are irritating her are things in the past. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get further on. And then down here at the bottom, the emotions, the energy that she has around her is an ebb and flow. At this point, we have our fish card, which, let me get it a little closer so we can focus. When fish swim near in an ocean vast, prospects are clear for a fortune amassed. If a fish swims away, hopes are battered. Cheers turns to dismay and dreams are shattered. So our fish are headed toward our dog here. Man's best friend, loyalty. So the abundance and the collection of assets, energy is going to be with friends here. So she does have the support that she's needed. Sophie comes to mind. I think Sophie is going to be a good right hand for the Princess of Wales. And I also think that Lady Louise is going to play a role in the future. I think Lady Louise is adorable. I know she was just seen out this summer with a new beau, and she is fairly young, but I do think that Catherine is the one who's going to convince Lady Louise to participate in the publicity of the royal family a bit more. So I think this should be pretty interesting as she gets older. So with that, we are going to pull up the card view, and I am going to stop section 2 and we'll go on to section 3 in the next one. I just want you guys to have nice little digestible bite-size readings on this, because I know that the board is quite large and it is a little bit hard to take in all at once. So I'm lopsided here. So I will see you in just a bit on video number 3. Thanks so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe.